This will be a demonstration of how to personalize your eCards within the Marketing tab of the ARC. I've already logged into the ARC here, and if you go to the Marketing section up at the top, click here. The most commonly used tabs you'll use is your Farms, where you would upload your database, which there will be another tutorial on that, eCards, which we're going to go over today, Flyers, and doing a drip campaign. So we're going to focus on eCards. The marketing department supplies all of these fresh looking 2017 or whatever year we're in eCards for the brokerage to be able to use via social media, sending out eCards, however you'd like to use them. So if you see here, the year is listed here for when they were created, so that way you know. You probably have quite a few more in your selection if you've been with the brokerage a little bit longer. You can also search by letter here, so if you wanted to just see everything with H, you would find holidays and Halloween and homestead exemptions. And then if we want to go ahead and do Valentine's Day, which is the upcoming holiday, we're going to click on the V's. So you'll see Veterans Day and Valentine's Day here. Now, you can view it, so if there was multiple, such as holiday or Halloween or something, you could see which one you like here. That opens it up into another window. We're just going to close that out. Obviously, you can print it, you can email it if you wanted to just send to one person. You can copy it, or you can edit it. So we're going to go ahead and edit one. Now, when we edit that, we do want to go ahead and change the name of it. And I recommend you put 2017 or whatever year we're in at the very beginning. So that way you can find it easily when you're going to do this in a drip campaign. And that'll make a little bit more sense in that tutorial. So I'll label this 2017 Valentine's Day eCard. Now I see the visual here, and what I want to do is personalize it by adding the logo of my own, and if you want a signature or name, depending on how you're going to use it. I recommend when you're sending an eCard, it's really just getting out there to your database and the mind share. There's not a lot of information needed. You don't necessarily need to put personalized messages because you're typically going to send this out to a huge amount of people through your database in a drip campaign. So no reason to personalize it to individuals, but personalize it to brand it as yours. Okay, so if this is a large image here, and what I can do is get my cursor right after on the right here, and I'm going to hit return. If you see, my cursor is now over here onto the left. I'm going to hit return one more time, and I'm going to scroll back up here, and this is, where I can add text or anything I want to do here. I'm going to use the second to last icon on the bottom row, and that's insert an image. So I'm going to choose a file, and it needs to be a JPEG file. And I recommend that you use your logo without the Nathan Grace in it because the eCard already has the Nathan Grace logo, if you can see down here at the bottom. So you can see I'm going to use Mark Groves Real Estate as an example. This is a pretty large image, so if I go to the Appearance tab if needed, I'm going to just kind of cut that in, let's say half, so about 750 or so. And it'll proportionate the dimensions on the next one here. And I'm going to go down and hit insert. Are you sure you want to continue with this description? Yes. And you'll see this is still pretty large, but I am able to highlight it, and I can grab the corner here and just resize here. I can go a little bit smaller if I like, depending on my preference. And I'm going to scroll back up here and do the align, center align, because this image is already aligned in the center. I want to make sure that is there. So that gives it a nice look there. Now, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and center it and put a little bit of text if I want, put something similar to a signature, depending on what your logo looks like, what your preference is. But I can put here, and then maybe a phone number if I like, for example there. So whatever I like. Now, one thing I will tell you is that you're going to want to highlight the image and use your shortcuts. So Command-C for a Mac or Control-C for a PC. And that way, before I save and exit, I'll be able to use this same image by pasting it on other eCards if why I'm editing other eCards at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and save and exit. You'll see that the owner is self. The owner for the other ones are broker. So again, if I had not renamed it, it would still say Valentine's Day 2017, and I would have to kind of make sure I knew which one had my logo and so forth. So it's easier to just go ahead and rename that a little bit differently, put the year in the front because it will fall into numerical order, which is nice and easy to find when you're doing a drip campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and give one more example before we move on, and that's, let's see, Mother's Day will be coming up. Let's go ahead and edit that one. Again, I'm going to do 2017 Mother's Day eCard for my name. So same process before. I'm going to highlight that image, kind of find my cursor, get it over here to the right, and now I can use my shortcut keys again. So I'm going to use Command V if I'm on a Mac or Control V to paste my image. That way I'm not having to go into insert an image, choose the file, resize, and so forth over and over again. So it cuts out a little bit of time there. I can go ahead and highlight it and center it. And if I wanted to add my signature or anything else, or again, I can just leave it with a logo. That can really be a statement there. People know your branding and so forth. And so I can save and exit. I recommend you do all of your eCards, whether it be January through June, and then, set a little note to do your other ones for the rest of the year, or you can go ahead and edit all of these for 2017 and have them ready to go. So that way it's, not out of sight, out of mind. You're getting that all set up. And that way you can go over to your drip campaigns tab later on and set up a drip campaign for 2017. So if you see here 2017 holiday cards, I can create another one really quickly. This will be another tutorial with a little bit more detail, but I could do 2017 holiday cards, and I'm going to send it to my database here and eCard, and if you'll see those templates, my personalized ones that I renamed with 2017 in the beginning are right here at the top, so I can find that. So I can go ahead and schedule that. I want that to go out, in February, right around Valentine's Day. So if I want to do it the couple days before, or the day of, whichever you prefer. And then I can hit the plus key and send multiple eCards in a drip campaign. So I could go ahead and get the Mother's Day and so forth. And you can continue to do that. We'll give a little bit more detail on uploading databases and doing the drip campaigns in another tutorial. Thank you very much. I hope you found this helpful.